Hello there. Hello, and welcome back. I am down in the bottom of the mine shaft. As you can see, I've done a little bit of work. I was trying to get some gold mined out so we could make that other apple. And in the process, we have found an emerald block. Our first emerald. Yay, us. One thing I wanted to point out while I was down here, when you are mining above your head, first of all, I like to mine just the 2 blocks that is the height of your avatar for this level. That's what I do. And then I go back and I start mining over my head. Now, one thing you have to watch for, if you are mining over your head in a confined space, as you have seen, gravel will fall. Gravel and sand both recognize gravity. The physics apply to gravel and sand. So, if I were in a small area, say this was all closed in, and I was standing there, and I knocked a block free, and all this gravel fell on top of me, I would take damage. And if enough of it falls, then you will die. So, when you are mining over your head, that's something you need to keep in mind. If you are mining in this fashion, it's quite easy to just stand back a little bit so that you can see what you're mining. And if you have plenty of room, as you mine, you can just move out of the way. You can see it start to fall on you. So keep those things in mind when you're mining, especially if you're playing like in hardcore. Now that's one thing I haven't brought up so far. For those of you who are new to Minecraft or have never played Minecraft and you're just enjoying the Let's Play, or you're considering your creative mode, we looked at that a little bit in a previous episode, and that's where you have unlimited supplies of everything just given to you, and you are able to fly, and it has the instant block destruction. You also have no hunger in creative mode, and you don't take damage. Now if you fall out of the world, which can be done, then yes, you're going to die even in creative mode. But in creative mode, it's pretty hard to die. Survival mode is what we've been playing in and what we will continue to play in. Survival mode means you do have the hunger, you do have the stamina, which, as I've mentioned before, is like it's an invisible meter, but it still affects you. It affects your hunger, it affects your abilities. You have the stamina, you have the hunger, you can take damage, you do build up experience. And in creative mode, I do not believe you can get experience. I'm not sure. I haven't really paid that much attention. I do play in creative mode from time to time, but not very often. I really prefer survival mode. Everybody has their own favorites, and survival mode is my favorite. Now, I am mining over the top of my head, but I don't think there's any gravel coming up from what I saw before. And if we do get some that starts to fall on us, we have room to move because we're in a relatively open area. Okay, so we talked about survival mode and creative mode. Now, hardcore. First of all, you cannot play hardcore for multiplayer, to my knowledge. But hardcore is a little different. You still have the hunger, you still have the stamina, you do get the experience. It's pretty much survival mode. But as you saw when I died repeatedly, in survival mode, when you die, you have a chance to go back and get your stuff if you can find all of it. You even have a chance to recover some of your experience. May not be very much, but you can get some of it back. Well, in hardcore, you die, game over. It's not just a matter of losing everything. Your whole world, it's not just about your inventory. Your whole world is gone. The game will automatically delete the world that you were just playing if you die in hardcore mode. That's why it's considered hardcore. So, whenever you decide what mode you want to play in, keep that in mind. When I give you hints about protecting yourself, about mining under your feet, mining over your head, things of that nature, it's not necessarily something that may be vital in survival mode, but it could be important elsewhere. So, alright, we're not going to do any more mining today. We got our emerald. I'm really tickled with that, actually. One thing I wanted to show you, if you're mining a large area like this, because the redstone, when you mine redstone, you don't just get one. You get like, I don't know, 3 to 6. Same thing with the lapis lazuli. Let's see how many falls. Well, we picked up some of it. Well, there's 3 right there. Let's see if we can find some redstone. Yeah. See, there's 3. So, like coal, you get 1. Diamond, you get 1. But the lapis lazuli and the redstone, you get 3 at a time. So your inventory is going to fill up pretty fast. So, it's handy to have a crafting table down here. So, you can go ahead and block these as you go. And, oh, whoops. It takes up a little less space in your inventory. So, blocking things helps your space when it helps you to utilize your storage space when you're working with chests, but it also helps with your inventory. Of course, I'm full of a bunch of other crap too right now, but and I'm full of crap a lot of times. But anyway, so if you were really wanting to get this level mined out and you didn't want to have to keep running up top, it's handy to have a crafting table down here so you can block as you go and keep going and until you are just so full that, you know, there's no room left to combine anything and you have to go up top. Now, you might even want to place a temporary chest down here just to throw all your stuff into until you get all of this mined out, and then you can block it all up, take it up top, and work it in with your storage. So those are methods to consider. At some point we will be looking at different mining styles. This is my personal favorite because even when I even if I play a world where I've left the map default, where I have not increased the resources, I still prefer this style of mining because these rooms, I'm creating rooms here as I mine, and we may have a purpose for it later. We may come down here and place our nether portal here, and our enchantment table here, and our bookcases here, our anvil. We may do something with this, okay? So, oh, I feel a sneeze. Oh, I don't want to sneeze. So, anyway, I do prefer this type of mining. Now, there are some people who mine in different ways, and it works well for them. That's what they prefer, and that's great. I've mentioned this before in other episodes. One of the things that I just absolutely love about Minecraft is the versatility. Yeah, there are limitations. Yes, things are in blocks. And no, you don't have as many options for shapes in Minecraft as you would like in Rising World. But Minecraft does have quite a few options. There is a lot of versatility here. And to an extent, you can make this game be what you want it to be. A lot of times I get frustrated playing games with people because they will complain that, oh, well, this game doesn't have this and this game doesn't have that. Well, did you know that before you started playing it? Did you choose that game and then decide that it should be remade according to what you want it to be? Because it's really kind of silly, to be honest. If you play a game that you know does not have crafting, and you invest your time in that game knowing it doesn't have crafting, and you continue to play that game knowing it doesn't have crafting, then do you really have the right to complain and moan and groan because it doesn't have crafting? If crafting is that important to you, go play something that has it. Don't play a game that is not fun for you. If there's an element that is important to you for your gaming fun, then find something that fits you. Now with oh wait, I didn't want to put that in there. With Minecraft, there are still a lot of elements we have not got to yet. Yes, the combat system is pretty basic. And yes, I told you they are going to be doing an upgrade. And so there will be some changes there. But Minecraft combat is pretty simple. It's not... Oh, whoops. There's some up here. It's not anything like WoW or Rift or Lord of the Rings Online or anything like that. It's nothing like those games. If that kind of combat is important to you, then the Minecraft combat is not for you. It's just that simple. So, find a game that fits you. Now, with Minecraft, it is so versatile that, in my opinion, there's so many options that to me it's really hard not to enjoy Minecraft. I really love Minecraft. The only thing that frustrates me about Minecraft is I think there should be more recipes for certain building blocks. I think there should be different building blocks that you could use to make stairs and slabs and things of that nature, like the diorite. The only thing you can craft with diorite, andesite, and the granite is you can polish it. You can either have it raw or you can have it polished. And it's a pretty building block. I love this building block. I would like to be able to make stairs out of it. I would like to be able to make slabs out of it. I'd like to be able to make walls out of it, like the cobblestone walls. And since you have that ability with cobblestone, I don't understand why that same principle is not applied to the andesite, diorite, and granite. I don't know. So I think there should be more uniformity in the options for your building blocks here. But that's the way it is. Now, I could spend all my time complaining about it, or I could just have fun with it the way it is, or I could keep myself upset and not enjoy the game. So I'm in control of that. I make that decision. And to be honest, I choose to just enjoy it because I really love Minecraft. I really do. I do think it's more fun when you play with other people, but there's just so much here. Like I said, the combat system is very basic, yes, but it also has wait, is this gold over here too? Yeah, let's go ahead and grab that. But it also has enchanting. It has potions that you can make. The building potential is staggering if you really stop to think about it. So there's a lot to it. It's not just about stacking blocks or chopping blocks. What else? There are new areas to discover. Well, first of all, these maps are so vast. These worlds are so vast that I could not even begin to guess how long it would take you to explore the whole thing, much less develop the whole thing. So that alone is pretty significant. Um, there are things to explore above ground. There are things to explore in the ocean. There are things to explore in the nether. There are things to explore in the end world. There's just, it has so much more. I actually feel sorry for people who look at Minecraft at a glance and they're like, oh, well, the graphics are out of date and, it doesn't look that fancy. It doesn't look this. It doesn't like that. Well, you're missing out. You really are. Okay, let's go ahead. The reason I went down there to mine all that was so we could get this achievement. Let's make this golden apple. There we go. So now that is complete. We have our golden apple. All right, let's look at the other achievements real quick and see what else we're missing. We've done the basics. We've looked at the basics. I believe we've done all of the cooking. Yes, we did the cake recently. We still need to put a saddle on a pig and make it fly off of a cliff. But we need carrots because we need a carrot on a stick so that we can direct the pig which direction we want to go. We could go throw a saddle on a pig right now and just ride around on it and it would just go wherever it wanted to. But if we do the carrot on the stick, then we have a little bit more control. We've done we made the sword. We've killed a monster or two, but the sniper duel, I so suck at a bow. I really do. And I don't know why. It's one of those things that most people find quite simple. So I don't know if I just have some kind of brain lock or what, but for some reason, I really suck with a bow. Okay, so we got we got this. We did the fish. We've had diamonds. We still need to build a nether portal and go to the nether. Throw diamonds at another player. Well, that's going to be a little difficult to do in single player. So we probably won't be getting that one. We need to make an enchantment table. We need to get the overkill. Basically, overkill is... Let's say we make a sword. We take our diamond sword and we enchant it. And it has like, I don't know, say flame on it. Or some kind of a powerful attribute added to it, okay? And we go and we hit a chicken with it. That's a little bit of overkill, you know? So that achievement. I get those, but I forget about this one more often than not. And I'll just be playing and all of a sudden, boom, I got the achievement and I get tickled. This one is bookcases. You have to make so many bookcases, which we're going to have to do anyway when we set up our enchantment table. We're going to need quite a few bookcases. Or bookshelves, actually. Then, of course, you go to the nether, and this is gas tier, return to sender. And then, of course, there's a blaze. This is a blaze rod. Then, of course, we have potions and the end. And, of course, that requires the end. That requires the end. Let's see. I see a couple more on here, but they're not highlighting. So, we'll have to wait till we get to that part and see what happens. Okay. It looks like everything. So we've actually accomplished quite a few of these. And we really don't have that many left to do. So, but what we do need to do is we need to get carrots so we can do the pig. And one of these episodes, I'm just going to have to try to do this one. I don't think I've ever got this achievement before, as a matter of fact. But then again, I don't usually put much effort into it. But for the video series, I'll give it a shot. And we also have travel by minecart at least 1 kilometer from where you started. So, and it doesn't mean from where you spawn into the world. You don't have to do it there. But, you know, if we're standing right here and we go from where we are now 1,000 meters on a railway, then that's going to trigger that. And that's really, it sounds kind of simple, but it's really not that easy. It takes a lot of rails. And those rails are made with iron ingots and sticks. The sticks is no big deal, but the iron ingots, even with the map bumped up like this one, it's still going to take quite a bit. So that will actually be a little bit of a challenge. All right, so we're making pretty good progress on the achievements. And we're getting a little bit done on the mine shaft. I'm trying to do that mostly off camera because it's really boring to watch somebody sit and mine endlessly. We have progress on the growth of our vines. See how it's growing down? Eventually, it will actually touch down there at the bottom. Now, I have shown you, you've seen me use them. When you have a vine like this, you can use it like a ladder. You can go up and down it like a ladder, okay? But it has to be against a solid block. You cannot climb these that are dangling. They're just hanging out here. See this one? It'll try to grab on at the bottom. If I hit my deal. But it won't let us go up because there's nothing for you to grab onto. It's just dangling. So, when it's against the tree trunks like that over there, then yes, you can climb it like a ladder. But when it's dangling like this, no, you cannot. I don't know if I'm going to do it on camera or not, but I think I have decided that I want to get some more leaves put in here and put them like on the tip of this and like maybe right underneath. Maybe just the tip will be sufficient where they're right under here where this is too thick, and just put it on the tips. And of course that means I'm probably going to do it over here as well to keep it symmetrical, even though at this elevation this is not going to be as noticeable because, I mean, you know, you're standing clear down there. You're not going to be able to see to that much detail. But I prefer to go ahead and do it and have it symmetrical and know that it's done right. And, you know, you hear older people comments, and they say things like, well, my pappy used to say, or my pappy always said, they always told me. Well, my daddy always says, he's still around, thank God. He always says, if you're going to do something half-assed, don't bother. So, I kind of believe that, actually. That's one of the things that a parent has told me that I actually took to heart. Now, sometimes I may go overboard with it. Probably. But I don't like doing things halfway. I like to have them done right or not at all. Now, that doesn't mean that I complete every project before I move to another one. That's not what that means. But before I consider something complete, it's done right. In my opinion, it's done right. So even when I get this fixed up, this is still not going to be finished because it doesn't have any supports. It's still not finished because it doesn't have any furnishings in here. So there are still other aspects of this to complete. but I needed a break from the building. So that's why we went to do some exploring, and we needed other things. And I also wanted to let the vines have a chance to grow so I could get a better visual concept of it. So I just really love the sunrise and sunset. Even in the vanilla, there are texture packs that you can upload that make this even prettier, but I still find it pretty. I find it quite pretty, actually, even in the vanilla. I really do. So anyway, I think I have rambled on enough for this episode. We kind of bounced around on different topics today. Hopefully you got some information that you can find useful. That has got to go. That has got to go. That has got to go. I can't stand it anymore. Am I going to die? Let's see. Hold down that shift. Back up. Yeah, let's do it over here. So I'm going to let us do it right on top of it. Let's see. How far can we go? We should be able to reach that pretty soon. There we go. Oh, goody. Okay. I don't mind a little bit of, well, let's go ahead and we'll put that back. I don't mind it having a little bit of shape here, but that's sticking up just like that. That just drove me crazy. Okay, so now I got to get back up there to get that cleaned up. But anyway, hopefully I gave you some information today that was helpful, that you can use in your own gameplay or in your decision of whether or not to play Minecraft, to purchase Minecraft. I love it. I have loved it for a long time. I do not know everything about it. I probably never will. But I love the game. I think it's wonderful. So, all right. That's one annoyance taken care of. The next one will be that thing that's sticking out over there. But for now, we're going to wrap this up and call it good. And I look forward to you joining me in the next episode. We will see you later.